take 500 adolescents in the most crucial age of their life, the formative age, where they're really forming their identity, forming their values, forming their habits, forming their dreams. And you take them from all over the world. They come from the gutters of Israel. They come from South America. They come from Africa. They come from Asia. And on top of this, they're cut off their home, their parents. You put them here on these 77 acres of land. Logically, you would expect things to be boiling all the time. So how come there is no aggressiveness around it? There is coherence. How do you do that? We have children who had terrible occurrences in their families. The world is torn to pieces in their eyes.
We came to Yemin Orde from our home in Morocco because our father died and our mother left us. She left 6 months before we immigrated to Israel.
The reason our mother left it was everyday life. It was her disposition. I don't think she was capable of staying with us, and so she left.
Of course, sometimes we think, why us? But we accept it because we don't have any other choice.
We have to continue our lives because life continues. You can't let it be the end of your spirit.
My name is Yonatan Gitahun. I have been living at Yemin Orde for 4 years. I arrived from Ethiopia with my family. We had all walked from Ethiopia to Sudan. From Sudan, the Israelis airlifted us to Israel. Our way to Israel was a very difficult journey on foot. Many people witnessed the death of their loved ones.
What we have here is mainly refugees, escapees, people who ran away. So every bed here should serve a child who either has no family, or the family is not around in Israel, or there's no other solution for his upbringing.
First of all, they're very mad about whatever they had to go through. Why did it happen to them? They will try and do whatever they can to prove that nobody wants them in the world.
We just had a kid who took some stuff from the toilet and smeared it over the door of the headmistress of the school. The message was, I'll never make it at school. I'm furious. You supposedly love me. No, I did the worst. Kick me out. What do you do with this child?
If you'll say, I don't want to work with this kid, this is what the kid wants you to say, okay? He's looking for that. He's looking for a proof that nobody wants to take care of him, that he's not wanted in his world because his parents couldn't give it to him.
If an educator will ever tell a child, listen, if you behave like this, I'll make sure that you're not here anymore, this educator will not be here anymore. Because this is not the kind of people we are looking for. Kid wants to know that somebody somewhere accepts him with everything that goes with it. And you need real special people to go to this child, take him away, and start talking to him about what is it that we're doing here. But the ultimate purpose is that they are connected at the end of the process. They belong.
My name is Mazel Twito. I have been working in Yemin Orde since 1980. I am a counselor for a group of students. I go to them and ask them how their day was. If they have any problems in school, I talk to them about those problems. There is no father or mother, and this is my responsibility.
Mazel takes care of us all the time. She's there if we have a problem with money,
Or if we want to speak with her, or if we have something we want to tell her. She's someone who's always there for us.
An adolescent needs only 1 or 2 human beings to be meaningful in his life in order to change his entire life.
There are moments when you are desperate to reach out to a child's heart when he is angry and thinks he is not understood. It hurts me that I can't help him.
We don't speak about a boarding school, we don't speak about an orphanage, we don't speak about a residential setting, we speak about a village. The village and the school are 2 separate environments. This is part of our philosophy. So now let's build up new loyalties to this village, which is yours for the rest of your life. And the kids keep seeing all the time the graduates coming and going, and us caring for those in the army, those in academia.
Most of the Ethiopian students at the universities graduated from Yemin Orde. One of the reasons is because you never really leave here. We as graduates of Yemin Orde receive scholarship to study, so we don't have to give up. I came here this weekend to serve as a role model for the younger students here, to show them that they can go on to universities too.
Baruch atah Adonai, hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Everything fits together. There is heaven, there's a place for you under heaven. Now there is you. Who are you? You are your past. Past, present, and future are tightly connected to each other. There's no breakage in the middle.
I immigrated without my parents and walked through Sudan for 9 days so that I could arrive in Israel. Yemin Orde was my home. I stayed there most of the time since I had no place to go.
Slowly, she found special interest in Ethiopian dancing. Ethiopian dancing is everything for her. These dances are a way for these children to get back to the nucleus of their soul, back to their inner self.
I dance because I want other people to understand my culture. We are not just a nation that had decided to immigrate to this country. We are a nation that has its own language and culture, by which we have lived for 2,000 years.
So you have a past, and there's also a future.
I, unlike other nurses, get great satisfaction from taking care of a pregnant Ethiopian woman who is frightened by a new language and culture. When she sees me, her face is glowing, and I find it very fulfilling to be able to help her.
Not everyone has the luck that we had to come here. Not everyone has the fortune to see people like the kinds of people here, with hearts that are open, the most generous kinds of people. I think that you don't meet people like this often in your life. We're going to stay here until the end of our studies, another 2 years, and after that, I don't know, but I'm not worried because
this is our home.
This is our home. We live
this
here.
is our home. This is our second home.
It is all accumulating to the point where we expect you to do things which are greater than you. So we start with heaven, and then there's a place for you under heaven. We work on your past, and we throw together an anchor to the future. And then there is the dialogue, the human dialogue, which is a meaningful dialogue. And we'll never leave him in his future. And after all this has been established, now let's work for things which are greater than life, greater than you. Step out of your little ego. Do things which make you feel that you are a worthy human being. We're just human beings, see, flesh and bones, and I mean, what do we do in this world? I just feel that I'm alive. My name is Chaim. Chaim is life in Hebrew. I feel that I'm really the chain between the past, the present, and the future of these children. And it's just not just me, the entire community is soaked in this experience.
כי מי שרואה רחוק, יגיע רחוק. מי שיודע לסמן מטרות, לאן אני רוצה להגיע, רואה רחוק למרחקים, הוא גם יגיע רחוק. מי שרואה רק קרוב, אין לו לאן ללכת.